going on. Yes, awesome. Woo! I got it, guys. I got it. I didn't let you down.
Now, what you just witnessed right there is what we call a rarity.
Creative username said chicken.
Chicken, the chickens here, is a rarity in the surfing world. That was what they call a party wave, which, for those who don't know, surfing is just this, it's just this aggressive sport where everybody's just like so serious and they're like, get off my wave. And then every once in a while, it's usually when there's friends out in the water, only when there's friends out in the water, there's this one wave and people share it. It like never happens. And it's called a party wave. That, of course, happened because it was me and Brooks out there. And I don't know, I wouldn't say with a large degree of certainty. Hey, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. But with some degree of certainty, I can usually tell when someone else is on the wave with me. I guess I can hear them paddling, or maybe they're talking, or just a disturbance in the force, and I can sense them. And I do remember on that wave, I knew that Brooks was there, and I did not want to screw up. Like, there was so much. That's why I said I almost nosedived that wave, because I knew he was on it and I was leaning forward really hard. I was like, please get me into this wave. Please get me into it. Because I didn't want him to get it and then me not to get it. That's just kind of embarrassing. Anyway, the show is on. It's me and Sam the Chicken right now, but shortly.
Welcome to the Blind Surfer Show.
Banana will be joining us shortly. She's going to be coming in taking some calls. We got all sorts of stuff going on tonight. Remember Catch a Wave with Pete last night? That was a lot of fun, where I was actually playing some more waves for you guys. And the new feature, the Check Pete's voicemail feature, holy cow, people have been calling that. So the phone number, when you want to talk to me live, when I'm on live, like right now, you can dial 760-517-6844. But when I am not live, we've set up a voicemail feature. I'm hearing random noises in my head. But in the off hours when the show is not on, you can dial that number. You can get a voicemail, your opportunity to ask a question, say something fun, say something entertaining, say something interesting. I got a few people just like, can I be on the air? Can you play me? I want to be a part of the show. And I want you to be a part of the show too. But I want you to, say something. So in the off hours of the show, make sure to come up with something clever or entertaining. Call that number, and we'll play it for you. We'll do it at the end of the show today. Banana's going to show up, I think, in, 25 minutes or so. Until then, it's me and you and Sam the Chicken and whoever.
Terminate one said, I hope you feel better, Sarah.
I hope you feel better too, Sarah. I don't know what's going on, but I certainly hope you feel better. Let me see if I can, hold on a second. I got so much stuff going on.
Said, thanks, love.
Oh yeah. I'm listening to, I listen to the stream to make sure that I'm on, because, how else am I going to know? Not by watching, I'll tell you that much. Let's see if I can fire up, where's the button? I want OK button. Switch to voice. All right. Let's see if I can get a word.
Copperdraw said, not
Sam,
gonna lie. I'm excited for my algebra test.
Chicken, who's excited for an algebra test? Like, why would you be excited for an algebra test? That was something I never got excited about. Never got excited about tests in school. Let's see if I can flip this over. Hey, Sam, are you there?
Oh, I'm here.
Ooh.
Saying algebra tests are fun.
No.
Maybe Sam the Chicken is just the quirky type who enjoys a challenge.
I don't know about that.
Okay, I'm not saying algebra tests are
I
fun.
don't know.
Maybe Sam the Chicken is just the quirky type who
There's
accepts
too many
it.
voices
Overall.
going on at once right here. But Sam, I'm sorry I left you on the floor for a bunch of the show, but a firefighter called in and helped me locate you and got you off the floor, and we got you up onto the couch. So glad to have you filling in until Banana gets here tonight.
Sounds like quite the rescue operation. No worries, I'm always ready for a surprise cameo, even if it's from the floor. And hey, I'll hold the fort till Banana makes their grand entrance.
Do you have any good chicken jokes for us in the meantime, Sam the Chicken, until she comes in?
Oh, absolutely. How about this? Why did the chicken join the band? Because it had the drumsticks.
Oh,
Don't worry, I'll keep the jokes clucking until the star of the show arrives.
oh, you're good. So anybody wants to talk to Sam the chicken, you can do that. You can talk to me. We got the text lady rolling. Hopefully, I got a whole bunch of stuff going on all at once right here.
At Terminate 1 said Copper.
Yeah,
I'm in Algebra 1, skipped 8th grade math, and algebra tests suck in my opinion.
Look at you showing off, skipping 8th
At
grade
Copper Draw
math.
said it's because I know what I'm being tested on.
What's going on in the chat over there? I've been having this
At Sarah Cam 7808 said that's a good feeling, Copper.
I've been having this like weird sense of unreality lately, and I feel like it's kind of because I'm getting deep right off the bat, but I never like really thought that I would lose my eyesight. I remember thinking like it's a bad dream, it's a video game, it's fake, and like right before it went away, I kept thinking, I'm like, before that happens, they're gonna fix it. They're gonna, something's gonna happen. And so I keep looking for this sense of like unreality in the world around me. And this is gonna sound so weird. Sorry to weird you guys out in the beginning of the show, but like I was sitting here or over there in my office today, and I was just kind of listening to the sounds of nature. I got windows on either side. And out of nowhere this year, the birds sounds so weird when I say it out loud. You're all going to think I'm crazy. But the birds have been going like nuts in our area to the point that I felt like they were fake. I feel like the birds were like getting piped in by some, like they're all quiet now because it's getting later in the day. But I'm telling you, it's like I remember playing video games when I could see there was like a Tiger Woods golf game, and literally all the birds from the Tiger Woods golf game are in my neighborhood right now, and it just seemed unreal. And I started thinking like, am I? I feel like a crazy person. Am I in some sort of a simulation? Like maybe in the real world, I was like this lonely person, and I like went into this sim, and I was like, hey, I wanna connect with a lot of people. Make me a voice actor, so like tens of millions of people can hear my voice. And so I go into the simulation, and like all of a sudden I'm this big voice actor, and everybody hears my voice. And I'm like, that's cool, but now I'd like to have some real people in my life. And, we program into the simulation, like, okay, move to California, make a bunch of friends, become a surfer, get with Banana, get married, have all these great interpersonal connections. So like I'm a voice actor, and now I'm a surfer, and now I've got a lot of friends and a wife, and like simulation going good. Obviously, there's a flaw in this simulation because I can't see in the stupid simulation. I feel like that's the bug in the simulation. I mean, now in the real world, I plugged in. I was like, okay, personal life, professional life going well, but I'm still feeling lonely. How about you give me millions of followers on social media, so every Tuesday and Wednesday I can just hop online and talk to random people. And simulation's like, sure, let's do that as well. But still, there's this bug in the system where I can't see. It feels unreal. I mean, like, what's more realistic? That I've got all that. I'm a voice actor, a surfer, social media, quote unquote famous, and there's a bug in the simulation that makes it so I can't see? Or is it more realistic that I'm just some like lonely dude in the real world who has access to a 3D video game that I'm playing? I don't know. I don't know what's
At
real
the use
anymore.
Of knowledge said if y'all want wisdom or advice about something, just ask me.
Yeah, that's what he's there for.
At SarahCam7808 tipped $5 from Super Chat. Great job on the daily uploads, but we support doing what's best for you, even though we are your therapy at this point.
I don't treat you just as my therapy, but I do tend to unload a little bit on you guys. That's Sarah. Appreciate the super chats. Banana obviously appreciates those. It is Wednesday. It's our going out fun night. Or sometimes we stay in and have fun, because now it's actually nice around here. We got the pool fired up, and sometimes we hang out in the back. It's funny because I went into the start of this year, I was thinking of doing like less videos just for my workflow, and I was kind of getting a little burned out, and I was like, I'm going to do less videos. And then all of a sudden, I started doing the show, and you guys were giving me like all sorts of good content. Like from last night's show, I got 3 shorts out of it. So now I'm up to 7 shorts a week. Which is kind of a lot, but I feel like the algorithm, when they want you to do something specific, and now I'm up to 7, I'm feeling like I have to deliver the 7. But you guys are helping with that a lot on this show, whether it's the chat messages or the phone calls. And as you just heard, if you donate $3 or more, a lowly $3 or more through Super Chat on YouTube, you can interrupt whatever I'm saying. That robot voice will come in, the sounder will happen, and it'll read the voice out loud. So if you're really trying to get my attention on YouTube, you can do it that way. If you are on Twitch, it's only 200 bits. Same thing, a different noise, but the same voice will come in and read it to me. If you're on Facebook or TikTok, I do get the messages if I fire up the text lady, also known as Jenny. If anybody is doing any of them, I don't think there is one at this exact moment. But if there are messages, I turn them off and on.
That .1.kid said hello.
That what up? That .1 kid. Hello. See, that's how that works. It'll. Oh, there's another super chat. Ask and ye shall receive.
At law_may_y_query_cisa tipped $5 through Super Chat. Hey Sneaky Pete, what sort of shenanigans are we getting into tonight? Can't wait for Blind Guys shenanigans. Those are the best.
She was the first comment on the stream I was getting ready to read, and the chat lady, Jenny, read it out to me. She said that she liked my title for this one. There's different titles on different platforms, but as I understood it, the screenshot that we captured from last night had little Skylar who was facing this way, facing away from the camera. And so it was me, it was Sam the chicken, and it was Skylar's butthole, I think is the thumbnail if you're looking at it on YouTube. And I think I labeled it one chicken, one dog, and one Pete live. And I almost labeled it one chicken, one dog butt, or one dog butthole and Pete, but I was afraid that the algorithm wouldn't be a big fan of me saying that word in the title, so I just left it to one butt. But we do have a lot going on tonight when Banana comes in. I almost lost Banana last night. I don't mean like physically misplaced her. We have some video of something. At the
Goose of Knowledge asks Danny, just to be clear.
Just to be clear.
You're asking how to start a conversation of sorts?
You're asking how to start a conversation of sorts. I mean, that you just start a conversation by like saying, hi, let's start talking. But it was actually something very serious, and you'll hear it in the video, and you might see it because look at you guys with your fancy working eyes. But remember at the end of the show last night, I said that I had a movie trailer audition that I had to do. I kind of wrapped up maybe 10 minutes before I normally do. And I had to lock myself in my booth, and it's a soundproof booth. And after I came out of it, Banana was screaming, and something bad had happened. She's obviously alive. I'm about to sneeze. I've been fighting off a sneeze for like 2 minutes. But when she comes in here, we've got some video to play of that. It was rather alarming. For the phone calls tonight. Yeah, that's right. It is lightning round, so we're going to try and keep them quick if we are going to be taking a handful of phone calls. Last night, the lines were completely jammed up. I could not get through all of them, which is one of the reasons I set up the voicemail thing. But we'll go to the first call of the night, 760-517-6844. Who is the first caller of the evening?
It's your favorite, yes.
Hey, Danny, what's going on?
Not much, really.
The house
calling in to see how your day's been going.
It's going good. The house is not on fire for you, I assume. You skipped 8th grade math. It sounds like things are going good.
Things are going great. Awesome. During spring break right now.
That's so funny. Spring. I don't think I had spring break. What are you in 8th grade, 9th grade?
8th grade.
I don't know if I had spring break. I think we just called it like, I don't know, like April vacation or March vacation or something like that. Spring break to me is like putting on your trunks and going to Florida and drinking margaritas. But I don't think that's exactly what you got going on right now.
No, I stay at home all week and enjoy not having to go to school and getting to sleep in.
Nice.
Talking to you like
and then putting out fire. And then you, so I do know for people, the amount of calls that came through in the thing were kind of outrageous. I went through as many of them as I could, had some help there as well. But when the show is not on and people dial 760-517-6844, you get into a voicemail system. And Danny, the first message you left was calling to see if this thing works. And it did work. And then I got a couple of jokes from you and Michael that I think when Banana gets here and we go through Check Pete's voicemail, we will hear a tag team duo of comedy. The new legends of comedy, Danny and Michael, will get played.
Well, yeah, that first joke kind of sucks. So if that's bad, just ignore it because Michael got nervous and forgot his lines.
Oh man, I don't know which one made it into the final cut, but I guess we'll find out at the end of the show.
Hopefully.
All right. Well, thank you for the call, Danny. Danny knows the cheat code. I never mind when the timer runs out on Danny, because I know if he really wants to get in touch with me, he can get right back into
said,
it.
I am writing a PG-rated fan fiction story about you, Pete. None of the smutty stuff you saw with Brooks.
Well, Brooks didn't write that. He just read it. And that was a weird. I'm glad I popped into that PG-rated fan fiction. So this fan fiction is rated PG because my name is Pete Gustin. It sounds like she's writing some fan fiction, I guess. That one was actually written by not Devil's Advocate. It was written by Zen Moonmaster, and everything that had been written up until then was like all clean and normal, and then just there was that weird scene, or a couple of scenes where like Banana was wearing underpants, and then she got killed, and then other women came in to like quote unquote take care of me. It was a rather interesting fan fiction, but Brooks was reading it. We would sit down every Tuesday or Wednesday, and he would read it to me. Steve is obviously home, and Skylar's home, and someone is obviously coming to the front door. Oh, geez, listen to that. I could close all the doors and windows and make this a little bit more of a professional situation, but I like it when Skylar comes running in every once in a while. Last night was fun. She just came like bombing in here and knocked over Sam the chicken and started scratching in the couch.
0426 said, so is chat usually audio chat or nah?
Well, if I put it on, it's on. It's certainly not going to be written chat. Well, you guys can all interact in the audio or in the written chat if you want.
Joni BC said, we don't need fan fiction that borders on racy.
Oh, it was kind of funny.
Devil's Advocate 2354 said that was Zen Moon, as I'm no writer.
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't encourage that, but I don't know. Anything's pretty entertaining as long as it's done in good humor and good fun. There was some stuff going on a different platform the other night that was not in good humor and not in good fun. But I think the community's smart and savvy enough to be fun and not overly racy and crazy. Let's see, 760-517-6844 is the phone number. We're going to be talking to you guys tonight. Banana will be in here shortly. I've got some more Catch a Wave with Pete stuff going on. I got Check Pete's voicemail. We just got so much going on in this show. It's crazy. 760-517-6844 is the phone number. Hey, who's this?
This is Caden, and I want to say I'm sorry for missing the live stream last night. I was so sad about missing it.
You and I heard a couple of your voicemails today. You were like, I didn't hear the live stream last night, and I didn't know if my message got played, is what you said in the voicemail message. And your voicemail message was actually the very first one I ever played in the Check Pete's voicemail segment. It was the very first. It was
yes, I thought I was the first person to call.
Yeah, because I posted the thing on YouTube. I was like, call this number and leave a voicemail. And hey, that's a follow on Twitch. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. And within 120 seconds of me posting the story, you had a Lois Griffin impression dropped in the voicemail. That was fast, Caden. Super fast.
I didn't even know you did that.
Well, I literally just started. I spent a bunch of time on Tuesday setting up the system. I got it set up.
I didn't know you put the voicemail thing out, so I was just calling the number, and then it said, hey.
So it was coincidence.
And it was like a voicemail, and I was like, well, dang, I'm about to send in a voicemail.
Oh, I thought you saw, because the timing was funny. I literally announced there's a new voicemail thing, and then you were in there I'm telling you, it was within 2 minutes. I was like, holy crap, that was fast. So that was just a coincidence. You just randomly call my phone number in the middle of the day on a Tuesday, huh?
Yeah, I was just sitting in the chair, just calling the phone number,
Okay.
and then I called it, and it was like, you still here?
Yeah. It's just kind of funny. You're like, oh, it's random Tuesday. I'll just call Pete's phone line.
That's a coincidence, bro. Yeah, that's crazy.
Well,
anyways.
Yeah.
I don't think my Lois Griffin impression was any better, but I do want to say one thing before we hang up.
Okay, go ahead.
Hey, everybody in the chat. Call 760
Nope.
517
Yep.
6844.
There you go.
That's the number.
You nailed it.
Out.
Good job, Caden. Way to go. He called. He called 4 or 5 times in the voicemail today trying to get that number straight, and with all the pressure on him, with him being live, he nailed it. That was very exciting.
0426 said, do you know how cartoony this room you're in looks like?
does my room look cartoony? I mean, I guess it probably does look a little cartoony because I got a rubber chicken, Sam the rubber chicken over there.
At
I got
SarahCam7808 said would love to hear from an adult Joni.
like what adult? Like any
At
adults
Joni
in the
BC
chat?
said I'm glad there's someone watching Twitch.
Oh yeah, me too. So there's what we got one in the Twitch. I can't
At
figure Twitch for the life of me. Hey,
3914 said
Sunshine.
let's hear Lois.
he did Lois last
Chloe
night.
Ray asks, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing excellent.
At
I
Devil's
feel like I had a pretty good day today.
2354 said orange heart emoji, excellent job, Caden.
Orange heart emoji, excellent job, Caden. So what's cartoony? So I feel like over here is my eyeball surfboard, which is upside down and taking up a lot of elbow space. Over there, I think I have to switch the view, but you should be able to see my caution tape surfboard that says "I'm blind, yes, really" on the top of it. And then if we go back here, then we've got Sam the chicken. And then maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the one that looks cartoony. I want to check the time because, whoa, that's loud. 6:13. So Banana said should be in around like 6:20 or something like that. Last night I did tell you guys, I was going to tell you how I ended up getting into, how I ended up going full-time voice acting. And it starts with, have any of you ever been fired? Well, or lost a job or downsized or, no longer been given the opportunity to keep doing your job. That's basically what kicked me over the edge into doing voiceovers. I mentioned all this last night. I interned at a pair of radio stations from 1995 to 1998, and that's while I was in college. I was interning for WEI and WRKO, and as soon as I graduated, I got the job as the creative services director there. And I was running both stations, creative services. I was doing it for 18 years. And throughout all that time, I knew I wanted to be a voice actor, but I also had a very serious, busy full-time job that was keeping me busy. And I also knew that it was going to be very hard for me to become a voice actor because the technology of text-to-speech hadn't come out yet. And I mean, I was working on my skills of acting and voice acting. And, as part of my job as the creative services director, I had the ability to be on air at WEI and WRKO. And I was very slowly trying to pick up extra work. But again, the text-to-speech technology hadn't come out yet. So for me to learn, copy, and recite it, I used to put it up on the screen in this huge font. And, I'd like, this is the Howie Car show is like how I'd be, reading it and then I have to memorize it and recite it. So the whole idea of me being like a full-time voice actor kind of seemed like a dream, like a distant dream that wasn't going to happen. So for all that time working at the radio station, I'd just very slowly been building up my voiceover career. Then in like the last 5 or 6 years of that job, I started getting more work. Text-to-speech came out. I had the ability to input tons of copy, and I was doing a bunch of radio stations, but still, I had this really stable job at the radio station, very stable job. I was making really good money. And I think I probably would have been happy having a stable job in radio, good, strong salary. I had, stock options and health benefits and stuff. But one day in 2000, I think it was like 13, my boss got fired and they brought in a new boss, and without meeting me, without knowing who I was, for all I know, he didn't even check my work. He just looked at my salary and was like, "Oh, we can slash that." And before he even got to town, they imported this guy from Texas, and I was working in Boston at the time. And literally before he got to town, I got a note that I was going to be getting terminated. And I was like, "But why? What is happening?" And then they found this outsourced guy in Ohio who was willing to do my work on a part-time basis for $18,000 a year, and his work was crap. I mean, obviously I'm biased in my opinion, but he wasn't crushing it basically. And so out of nowhere, 18 years at the same job, 4 of them being an intern, but 18 years at the same job, all of a sudden boom, my ability to make a living, my ability to be on Boston radio, to run the imaging for these 2 stations taken away from me. I'd never had that. I'd never had lost voiceover jobs here and there. That's part of the business. You get one, you lose one, you don't book one, you book another. That's part of voice acting. But to have my main job taken away, I was like, holy crap. And so I had a decision to make at that point. Should I start looking for another stable creative services director or production director job at another radio station. And I was fully qualified. I, you know, major market experience, running 2 radio stations. And I sat down. That was my first thought. My first thought was replace that job with this job. And that's what I started to do for maybe only like 2 days. I had like a resume and a tape, and I started to contact radio stations. And I was like, you know what? I don't think I actually want to do that because of what just happened. Like, one guy, new boss, comes in, decided that he didn't want me as his creative director, and just took my job away, fired me. And I was like, I don't want that. So that's when I decided to start taking the voice acting thing more seriously. I got very serious about trying to find more work, and I took it as a very full-time job. I would wake up at 6 in the morning. I'd be putting demos together all day, reaching out to people that advertised, radio stations, advertising agencies, agents all over the place. I'd work from 6 in the morning till like, I mean, I was crazy about it. Till like 8 or 10 o'clock at night, just making contacts, making demos, custom demos, sending stuff out, because I wanted to have a diversified portfolio of income. You know, with this, you know, people like, you know, people hear me everywhere. I'm all over the place. I'm on TV, I'm on streaming services, I'm on radio stations, I'm in stadiums across the country. And that was all based on fear/safety. Like, I wanted as many jobs as I could possibly have in the voice acting business, because I didn't ever want one person to take my salary again. So I buckled down in 2012, 2013, and that's when I started taking very serious acting classes, because I realized that my voice was good, but I need to be a better actor. I started taking acting classes, more voice acting classes, voice and articulation classes. I started working with demo makers, getting coaching all over the place, got very serious about voice acting. And that is how I got into it full time. Because I'd lost my main job. And then that guy that canned me, like 3 years later, I'd had some really big national gigs. I was on network TV. I'd started to book some movie trailers. He reached out to me online. He's like, man, you were doing so good. And he had the nards to be like, you should almost thank me for kickstarting your career. And I'm like, like, in one respect, I kind of know what he's saying. Like, if he hadn't come in and fired me, I wouldn't have. But you can't take credit for that. You can't take credit for firing someone just because they landed on their feet. So I did not respond to that message at all. But I did tell you guys I would tell you that story from last night. How I ended up becoming a full-time voice actor. 760-517-6844 is the phone number. I'm here with Just Sam the Chicken. Banana should be walking in shortly. I'm getting some messages. Whoa, it's very loud. Hey, it's another movie trailer audition that I can't do right now because I'm, doing this with you guys. We'll check that in a minute, but in the meantime, we'll take some calls. Hey, who we got on the line right now? Who's this? Hello. Nobody there. I'm going to blow that person up. What, did I make them wait too long? Oh, they hung up. You hear that button? That was them hanging up on themselves, because if I did it, you wouldn't hear anything, but that's them disconnecting the call. 760-517-6844 is the phone number. We'll see if we got another person. Yeah, we do. Hey, who's this? Hello.
It's Danny again. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, how did you get through again?
You think I know this, and once again, I do not know. I expected to be like at least 3 people behind, or maybe 2. Not, actually, wait, no. Yeah, I'd rather be 2 people between my calls. There was like a 1.
That's pretty tricky over there. Were you hoping Banana would be seated down at this point for your second phone call of the evening?
Honestly, yeah, I was kind of hoping to get Taco Banana. So I'm gonna, as soon as you hang up, I'm gonna call back immediately.
Oh, cut it out! You said, what if I hang up on you first? Then you won't know. There, I just hung up on you. Ha 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 ha! Now somebody else dials 760-517-6844, and you can get in before Danny and his quick button dialing fingers over there. I do have someone new in line. I guarantee it's not Danny, because he couldn't have been on 2 lines at the same exact time. So hey, who's this?
Hey, this is Devin. Devin, can you hear me?
Yeah, Devin, what's going on?
Not much. Just got home from work, just chilling, eating some food, relaxing. How are you?
I'm good. I always forget. There's always something I forget when I come in here. Usually it's I forget to zip up my fly, but tonight I forgot to eat something before I came in here. So if you start hearing grumble on my microphone, that is my stomach telling me that I forgot to eat food today. But what's going on, Devin?
No, I've been there before. Usually I kind of skip lunch during the workday, so I get that.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was curious. Have you ever heard of Stephen Colbert?
Oh yeah, yep, the comedian and late night talk show host.
Yep. I kind of thought it might be fun to take his little quick questionnaire with you, and it's 15 little rapid fire questions to get to know you better. And if you want your audience and me to know you better, I thought it might be fun to take it real quick.
I have not watched his show with any regularity. I don't think ever. Is that something that he does with guests on the show? It's a 15 question questionnaire.
Yes, absolutely. He does it all the time. There's a bunch of YouTube clips of him doing it with a bunch of famous celebrities.
Oh, okay. Hold on, Banana. I'm not hanging up on you. I just had to hear. What'd you say, Banana? Banana's going to come in 2 minutes. So let's do the quiz, and then Banana will be down here. I'm happy to take the quiz. You can play Steven, and I'll play me.
Sounds good. Thank you, Pete. Okay, so I guess we'll start with question 1. To you, what is the best sandwich?
Best sandwich is a steak and cheese sub with no onions.
Ooh, that sounds pretty good. All right, number 2. What is the one thing you own that you really should throw out?
Oh God, I have so many things that I should really throw out. I should really throw out one of my many bicycles that I'm keeping for sentimental reasons, but I'm never going to be able to ride again because I'm blind. Well, not throw out, but donate. I shouldn't throw things away. But those, because I'm never actually going to use them again.
All right, cool. Makes sense. Number 3. What is, to you, the scariest animal?
Oh, the scariest animal is a stupid shark. I'm deathly afraid that's going to be my end one day. Some shark is going to eat me while I'm surfing.
Oh, wow. That's a good one. I was on a cruise just a few months ago, and we actually went swimming with some sharks. Luckily, they were tame and trained, and we saw them get to eat a bunch of chum, but I definitely get that. I was freaked out when I was only 10 feet away from them.
As long as they're eating chum and not blind surfers, I'm okay with that.
All right. Number 4. Apples or oranges?
Oranges. For some reason, whenever I eat an apple, it just makes me hungrier.
Okay, cool. Number 5. Have you, as a famous voice actor, have you ever asked somebody else for their autograph?
I've never asked for an autograph from anybody. I feel like it would be kind of lost on me. Nothing I'd be able to see, and I've never wanted to bother anybody with that. So no, I have zero. No, wait, I'm lying. I'm totally lying. When I was a little kid, when I was in 7th grade, that's not really a little kid, but when I was in 7th grade, I was a huge Star Trek fan, and I went to a Star Trek convention, and I got Marina Sirtis, who was Counselor Deanna Troi. I got her autograph on her headshot at a Star Trek convention when I was like 12 years old. So yes, that's the one I've got.
Wow, really? Do you still have it?
I do, somewhere. I definitely have it in a cabinet somewhere in this house.
That's really cool to know, actually.
And I
like
said
that.
to her, she's Greek, and I'm skinny, small, 13-year-old me. I was like, I'm Greek too, and she's like, good for you.
Yeah, right. I was about to say, what does that matter to me, right?
She did not care.
All right. Number 6. This one's a little bit more deep. What do you think happens when we die?
Oh, for some reason, I've been thinking about that a lot lately. I feel like I could do an entire show on that, but I have got myself convinced that consciousness moves on to another plane. That is where my head is at right now. Some night I'll spend 3 hours giving you my reasons for it, but that's what I'm thinking at the moment.
Kind of like kind of like reincarnation?
No, I think it's a whole nother. I don't think you come back to this spot unless you've got some work to do. I think if you've done it right, it's almost like this sounds like I'm trivializing a little bit, but it's almost like a video game, like next level.
Okay. Oh, well, I love video games, so that makes sense to
Or
me.
Lord of the Rings, if you watched all of the many, many endings, Frodo got onto a ship and went into another. He went to another place, and it was not Middle Earth.
Oh, wow.
Mm.
I've only ever actually. They're so long that I've only ever been able to convince myself to watch the first one. How many endings does that third one have?
Oh, it's got like 4 endings. It's just like you think it's over.
What?
And then they wrap up something else, and then you think that's over, and then they wrap up something else, and then Frodo and the elves are walking onto a boat. You're like, this is still going on. It was like a 4-hour movie. It was very long.
Oh my God! And yet somehow they thought it was a good idea to make the one Hobbit book into 3.5 movies
Exactly.
or whatever.
Yeah.
All right, I guess, I don't want to waste too much of your time. So question 7. This is just in the questionnaire. I did not make these up, so it might be silly to ask a blind man such as yourself, but before the vision loss, did you have a favorite action movie?
A favorite? Oh, Terminator 2. When that
That's
came,
a good one.
yeah, when that came out, I just, just from the scene with him, walking up to the biker bar naked, he's like, I need your clothes and your glasses. And then, da-na-na-na-na, like just from that moment. And then, Guns N' Roses, You Could Be Mine, as he's riding the shotgun and racking it with one hand and holding on to Edward Furlong and shooting at the guy behind. Like, yeah, that movie was just like, holy crap when that came out.
That was a pretty decent impression, but as a voice actor, can you do the "I'll be back" for me real quick?
I don't know if I can
Can
do
you
it
try
good, but I'll be back.
Nice. All right. Question 8. Do you have a favorite smell?
Cotton candy.
Okay. Question 9. Do you have a least favorite smell?
The banana is coming in, so she'll be joining us momentarily. Least favorite smell is the fart spray that someone mailed me one time that I sprayed in my studio and took forever to get out of there. What was that noise, Banana?
I don't know.
What? Something just went. Oh, okay. Nothing broke though. Okay.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. No, you don't need to, unless Steve's going to sit there and whine the entire time.
Jesus.
Now Banana's sitting on the chicken. All right, keep going.
Yeah, that fart spray you were talking about. Yeah, there's only one company I know that sells that, and I think it's called Liquid Ass.
Yeah, it was pretty brutal.
All right. Question number 10. This may be a given because you're a surfer and you skateboard, but exercise, is it worth it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Exercise is
that's what I thought.
The lifeblood keeps you going.
Which do you prefer? Do you prefer skateboarding or surfboarding? Silly question to ask the surfboarding guy, but
I like surfing. When you fall on water, it doesn't break your ass nearly as much as when you land on hard concrete. What's going on, Banana?
Fair enough.
I don't want to
Okay, so I guess we'll move on to question 11.
Okay.
When it comes to water, do you prefer flat or sparkling water?
Oh, I think. What is sparkling water? What is sparkling water?
Soda water.
Kind of like carbonated water.
Oh, I guess I definitely prefer soda water, mango flavored specifically.
Oh, okay.
I'm taking
That's
the
a good
Stephen
one.
Colbert questionnaire, Banana.
Okay.
This is Stephen Colbert we're talking to.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm totally Stephen Colbert.
Yeah, I can tell by your voice, definitely.
All right. Yeah, you're here for the last 4 questions, Banana.
All right.
Love you, by the way.
Love you back, probably?
Number 12. Say that again?
I said I love you back, probably?
Probably? She's not quite sure. Depends how the rest of the questionnaire goes.
No, I said love you back, by the way.
And she
probably.
said, well, she said love you probably.
Exactly. I'm saying,
okay,
I don't
gotcha.
really
My
know
bad.
you, but
Yeah.
I want to say I love you back.
Oh, trust me, Banana, you would love me.
Okay, I like your confidence right there. I am already liking you. 4 questions left. Here we go.
Yeah.
Number 12. What is the most used app on your phone?
YouTube's. No, well, it would be a tie between YouTube Studio. That's not used. I check into the YouTube Studio a lot, but the most used is currently ChatGPT because of the video streaming feature that helps me do so much stuff throughout the day. Helps me identify all sorts of things. It's very useful and helpful for me.
Does that ever get it like? I mean, obviously it will be wrong sometimes, but has that app ever gotten it so ridiculously wrong that it blows your mind? Like, what the heck?
Yeah. I usually ask it 2 or 3 times, and if it's super important, like
It did math wrong. Like,
it did math
not even that hard of math.
I know, but I don't
I had
ask
done
it.
it in my, and I did it in my head, and I was like, "Listen, I'm not like a brainiac here, and it's been a while, but this does not add up."
But I use it a lot for a computer. You know, like I set up this whole studio by myself every day, and sometimes things get out of whack, and I hold up the video camera, and I'm like, what does my Tascam Mixcast 4 say? And it says like error, dismiss, yes or no, and I'm like, cool, good to know, and I'll hit yes. So it helps me out with simple stuff like that.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh, go ahead.
Do you happen to, Banana, remember what that math problem was? Like, how simple was it?
I mean, it wasn't that. It was.
We were just.
It don't.
All right. Well,
we have a special project that we're
yeah,
working on that I'm
and
not ready
it
to
has
unveil
do with
yet.
some, like,
And it was
liquid
converting.
ratios.
Yeah, it was converting gallons to ounces and just really missed the mark. Okay, 13.
Yes, absolutely. Number 13. So if you had one song to listen to for the rest of your life, it doesn't have to be on repeat over and over, but when you go to listen to a song, this is a song that you will hear for the rest of your life. What song would that be?
I've actually thought about this before, and I thought I would want to listen to a Beastie Boys song because I really like their lyrics and they're kind of fun and they tell a good story. But I feel like if I was listening to the same story for like 50 more years, I might go insane.
But if you think about it, hold on, let me pause you. He didn't say song with lyrics. You could literally pick like a Mozart.
Well, that's what I was going to say.
Oh, okay.
I was going to say I would probably pick some sort of an instrumental. I don't know if I'd go with a Mozart song, but I would like something long and instrumental.
Like a Grateful Dead Epic Jam 1978.
You know what? I can't even, I don't even like the Grateful Dead that much, as you know, but if I had to listen to one forever and they had like an 18-minute song that was a jam, I could totally do that. Because then I could listen to it in parts. Because if the thing was just on a loop and I turned on the radio, maybe I'd be listening to minutes 2 through 4. And then later I'd be listening to minutes like 16 through 17.
I don't know. The caller is the one with the rules. Can we break the song up?
No, yeah, like there's no rules. Like, yeah, you can do whatever you want. It's just that one song. It doesn't say you have to listen to the whole thing
From
or
the beginning. Yeah.
specific parts of the thing. You can do whatever you want with said song as long as it is that one song.
All right, Banana, you should be very excited. I just picked a Grateful Dead
I know.
song.
I actually was looking at you like I love you more and more every day.
Nice.
But the callers can't really see that because you put the screen in the way of the light, and so you are like kind of like a tan guy, like overly tan because it's all shadowy.
Yeah.
And I am in a black blob.
Well, you can move that. There's another light right there. You can get up and move it if you want.
Move the light or move the screen.
No, don't move the screen.
And yeah,
Okay.
I've never really thought about it that much myself about like not having lyrics. But if we were counting songs that didn't have lyrics, I would do Hall of the Mountain King. That's a really good orchestral one.
Is that the Grateful Dead? Who sings?
Yeah, I don't know the song.
That is not Grateful Dead.
Okay,
That
okay.
is
I was
not,
like, I
that's
don't
like a song from the 18 or 1900s.
Oh,
or something.
okay,
I can't
okay.
remember when.
Maybe Grateful Dead covered it. You don't know. Possible.
Yeah,
They cover everything.
Like 350 songs.
All right. So I guess we'll
that's
move
an excellent,
on to
excellent question. Okay, sorry.
I guess we'll move on to question number 14. What number am I thinking of?
3.
Wrong. All right, question number 15.
Wait, no, go back.
That's
I
the
want
question.
a chance.
Okay,
Hold on.
Banana wants a chance.
Yeah, and also,
I was going to say, I can't tell you what it was.
no, not that. But like, are we talking like 1 through 10? Are we talking 1 through 100? What are we talking?
I think you're taking it too seriously. I think it was a joke.
For what again?
What was the number you were thinking?
Oh, yeah. It's 1 through 100.
Okay, I'm going to go with 47.
Wrong.
Okay. And question number 15.
And yeah, I was going to say, and Stephen Colbert, whenever they answer wrong, he never tells them. So I'm not going to tell you.
All right.
Question number 15. Describe the rest of your life in only 5 words.
Huh.
I mean, he's asking you.
It will keep getting better.
Say that one more time. How many words was that?
It will keep getting better.
It will keep getting. That's a really, really, really good one. I like that. And congrats, Pete. You just passed the Stephen Colbert questionnaire.
Awesome. That was the most. I've hit the reset button like 30 times because I wanted to get through the whole thing with you, and that was fun. I appreciate that.
We needed a sound effect.
You're welcome.
Woo.
Every single time I wanted to call into this show, I did not have an actual specific thing I wanted to talk about, and I was like, wow, this could actually be fun.
That's totally fun. I love any kind of like back and forth like game question, Family Feud,
That was cool. Thank you.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely, Banana. And you're gonna have to go back through before you came in and listen to his other answers.
I know,
That was
right?
a lot of fun.
Yeah, I didn't even know I was missing out on this thing.
yes, indeed. Period.
Well,
Doing the
thank you
live
for
show.
entertaining us.
And hell, if I pop up in a short or whatever because of these questions, that'll be totally fine with me.
I don't know if I can make a short out of a 12-minute segment.
It could be like person calls in to like challenge Banana with her. I just talked about
How's
myself
that?
in the third person. That's horrible.
You said you didn't have a light on you.
Okay, feels like invasive. But we used to do the old-timey phrase game, which is something that I kind of came up with because I was always saying like grandma-like phrases, even though I'm not very old. But anyways, so you should check that out.
Well, we gave him a ton of time, so we moved on. I'm so nervous that you're like sitting in the dark. There's no light on you at all.
I'll get up in a second.
You're gonna get up and move that?
Yeah.
Do you want to do it right now?
All right, fine.
I mean, does that move? That light it goes up and down. You can move it all over the place. I mean, I'm sure you got all pretty to do this whole show, so we don't want you just sitting there in the shadow. That's just wasted. We do. Why is Sam the chicken over there with you?
At Leland Thurman I6H said hi.
Hi, Leland Thurman Ice. Hopefully, Banana can get the light situated so you can see her pretty face when she gets over here, and then we're gonna do a
Leland Thurman
catch away.
I6H said I like your videos.
Well, thank you, Leland. I appreciate you liking my videos. If no one liked them, then I probably wouldn't do them. Would I do them if no one was watching, Banana? Probably not.
At SarahCam7808 said hi Kalani.
Hi, Kalani. What are you saying, Banana?
At Terminate
I don't know
said
if it looks
Joan,
okay.
Be prepared to cal back
Do you want me to-
before it hits 30.
Do you want me to put my hand where your face?
At Joni BC said I'm now at 29 minutes.
Oh, am I on side view? Yeah. Oh, I think I did that when you were getting up. So there we go. There's front view. Do you look more glamorous?
I can only see side view. Oh
No, it's
okay.
it's definitely not.
Apparently, I'm just sitting sideways.
Okay, you're
All right,
sitting
I'm fine.
sideways.
We're good.
All right, so you look handsome now.
Yeah, I look very handsome.
All right, ready for?
Now it's time to catch a wave with Pete.
So this wave, I was in a weird position. I was doing the wrong thing at the wrong time, as usual. And you were filming, and I believe you started to pan right because any other normal surfer would have gone left, my left, your right. And I went the wrong way, but you're an amazing film photographer.
Oh, thanks.
So you were able to stick with me, and I was very excited at the very end of this one. Let me fire off this and then this.
Oh, wow. That was good.
hear
I
it.
did not think you were in
Put
the
your
right
other
spot.
earbud in.
It's going to be like, Banana, did you get that one? I got it, dude. I got it.
Did you hear that at all, Banana?
I did it, but it's crazy to me that I wasn't going to hear it if I didn't put my left earbud.
Well, here's the thing.
I know.
Of course you picked the wrong one. So we have a Nikon camera, Nikon Coolpix P1000 camera.
This is so disinteresting. Can we
Wait.
keep going? I don't.
And the
care
audio
about the
only
tech.
gets recorded in one channel. And I said to myself, I'm not going to nitpick Banana and make sure that she has both of her earbuds in. Maybe she'll pick the one that has the audio in it. And you pick the other one,
But
unfortunately.
I always only wear one.
So do you want it? I thought
It's
there was
fine. They're both in.
I thought there was a 50-50 chance that you'd get the one that had the audio. Do you want to hear that one again? You can hear yourself?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, so we go back to this, and then I go to this.
Oh, wow. That was good. I did not think you were in the right spot. It's going to be like, Banana, did you get that one? I got it, dude. I got it.
You got it, dude.
Because you would always, like, if you got a really good wave, you'd come out and you'd be like, basically, like, you better have got that.
Well, that's when we were doing like, I needed a full surf session we needed like a 2-minute, 3-minute surf session within every video. So I wanted to make sure that if I got something, that you got something. But you were great. You were on it. You got all of them. It must have been tricky.
Except for that day with Casey Neistat when I was too hot and I had to like abandon my camera for a second so I didn't get heat stroke, and I jumped in the ocean. I came back and then everybody was like, "Did you get that?" I'm like, "What happened?"
And I was because you were just so on it. You were so good at getting the all the waves. His drone person missed it. His water person missed it. His land person missed it.
I wasn't in charge of getting it. I was just an extra camera.
Yeah, and
I
I
was,
literally
like,
I looked at
dying.
Casey and I was like, "Don't worry, Banana gets everything. She'll get it." And then we got back, and I was like, "Did you catch that one wave that me and Casey rode together? And he put his arm around me, and we rode it all the way to the shore." And you're like, "No."
I was like, I was dunking in the ocean.
Yeah, it was that was rough. You want to? Oh, I know. I've got another fun intro. This one right here.
Now we open up the phone lines for your chance to talk to Banana.
It's probably going to be Danny. Danny gets through like all the time. 760-517-6844. And he did say he wanted to talk to you. So let's see who we got on now. Who's this? Hello, hello. That's a nobody. Hello, nobody. Are you there, nobody?
You just need to hear my voice.
Yeah, I mean, getting all sorts of chances to use my graphics tonight that looked like. There we go. Blowing people up left and right. And I will go right to another phone call. Oh, I didn't give this person any warning, so we'll give them a second.
People up left and right, and I will go.
Yo. Hey, who's this? They'll figure out their own.
Hi there.
Hey.
Hey.
What's going on?
My name is Madeline. I have a couple questions for you, if you don't mind.
Sure, go ahead.
Go for it.
I first was wondering, is there any beach that you would love to surf at some point, like anywhere in the world?
That's a very good question.
It is. Everybody always tells me I need to surf any point break beach, which means a place where the same wave breaks at the same spot and does about the same thing. Because having a replicatable experience for me would be huge, because I'm always just constantly just adjusting on the fly to what's happening out in the water. So what's it called? Pavones? I think there's a point break left down in Pavones, which is somewhere in Mexico. And people keep telling me I should go there and surf there. And maybe in the future I'll make it happen, but I have not done it yet.
Wow, that's awesome. I have one more question, if you don't mind.
Sure.
What's your favorite band?
My favorite band?
No, I love all these questions tonight.
Yeah, I feel like that's so easy for Banana. She's just like, Grateful Dead. Like, that's your favorite band. I mean,
That's not always my go-to. I mean, it goes between 311 and
yeah,
the
that's
Grateful
true.
Dead.
I guess you have a 311 tattoo,
Yeah,
so
I mean-
they should be at least in the top 1.5, if not.
Depends like what year I'm vibing in.
God, I'm like a product of the ADD generation now, because I can't listen to one, because of Pandora and Spotify and Apple Music and Amazon. Like, I don't want to listen to the same band's songs over and over again. I'd be a bad concert goer. Like, if I went to a concert, I'd be like, play something else. Like, I like.
Not why you're there. You're right. You
I
would
know,
be a bad
I know, because
concert
I like listening. Like, if I hear an Alice in Chains song, I don't want to hear like 3 of them in a row. I want it to go to Beastie Boys. Then I want like In Excess.
That's
Then,
why you should have gone to like Warp Tour or
Yeah,
Ozfest,
something like that.
or like you just bounce around.
I think if I have to give an answer at this point, including like all their albums, if I listen to like Check Your
Blurt
Head,
it
Ill
out.
Communication, Paul's Boutique.
Beastie
Hey,
Boys.
Yeah, she's always telling me she's like, patience, Pete, and then she has none for me. But yes, the Beastie Boys. I think I loved all their albums as they came out, and I enjoy them very much as a band.
Right on. That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you. What's your favorite band? Your number one band?
Oh, Metallica, definitely.
Oh, that's a good one too.
answer.
That is a good one too. They're going to be playing. I don't know when it is. I read like.
I heard that somebody told me the tickets are over $1,000.
I think they're like $2,000.
Yeah.
They're extraordinarily expensive. But yeah, they're going to be. So we're talking about the Sphere in Vegas, and they like sold out immediately, even with those crazy prices. And then they I think they added another show, or it's Metallica. Like they've got more albums than the Beastie Boys, and they're probably, what do you think, more influential band, Beastie Boys or Metallica? Probably Metallica.
They're kind of like,
I don't know.
they kind of like came up around the same time, just very different genres. I actually almost think Beastie Boys were more influential.
Yeah, maybe what they did for their genre of music. I mean, Metallica just took like metal and made it better.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing, but like the fact that like kind of like some kids from Brooklyn could just, I don't know, they just had enough talent and they got together and they like were like, it's cool if we rap too. I don't know.
Yeah, three white Jewish kids from Brooklyn put together a rap band with Rick Rubin, of course.
But they also had really good instrumental, like talents.
Yeah, as time went on, they all learned to play like a whole bunch of different instruments. And I was actually thinking about that when they were saying when Devin was asking which song would I want to listen to forever. I'm like, the Beastie Boys do have a bunch of long just instrumentals that I suppose I could listen to. So how are we? So I have another new feature. So we had Catch a Wave with Pete, and the other one, which I don't even think I told you about, Banana, is called Check Pete's Voicemail. So remember in radio, I don't know if you used to listen, but in the old days they had like the whiner line on WEEI, where people would call and leave messages, and then they'd play them back and react to them at the end of the show.
Were the people on the messages like whining about stuff?
No, it was just called the whiner line. You and I went to a couple whiny awards all about the whiner line.
I don't know.
Yeah, you
asked me what time it is. So,
yeah, so what?
6:47.
6:47. So I think it'll be a 10-minute segment. So maybe after one or two more calls, we'll do our Check Pete's voicemail, and then we'll keep talking to you guys for as long as.
Are we going to talk about my last night's trauma?
Oh yes, good job. Let's get right to that.
Yeah.
So
I like almost lost my life in a very unexpected way. I could not have seen this coming, no matter what.
Yeah, it was. So I started off the show. I said I right after the show, I locked myself in the booth, the soundproof room. Banana said she was gonna play. So you were on a balance board, right?
Yeah, so I was doing some like exercises that are more fun than just like traditional stuff. So it's like the little tightrope thing and then like the balance board, but we've got this giant mirror that it's a good spot to like you can kind of see your posture and everything and like correct what you're doing. And if anybody's worried about my safety, I had put like a giant thing over our coffee table and taken the chairs away so I was not going to get hurt.
Yeah. Okay. And
there we go.
You were on the balance board.
I was on the balance board.
And the dogs were playing. And so at the very beginning of this video, you're just going to see a stage setter. It's just me walking up to the mirror to show you how massive it is. Yeah. It's about 5 feet by 8 feet, and it has a solid wood frame. And you've been asking me all day how much it weighs. How much does
it weigh?
I would say it's over 200 pounds.
I think I agree with that.
Okay, so I got to do a split screen. Are we in the top left? And then there's okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to see what it looks like first, and then the video camera is on top of the mirror, so it's not the greatest view.
But show the mirror first.
Yes, so that's okay. So
right, so this is the giant mirror. Like this is literally like. Are we gonna just go for it, or?
This is the video. I'm in the soundproof booth at this point. 4 times she's called me.
I am. This is me slowly trying to get this multiple pound mirror to not kill me. And I'm just holding it up. That's a nice pleasure.
I think I hear you this time as I open the booth.
Come down here right now.
I'm like,
and then you're like still not making your way to me. I'm like, could you?
Into the giant mirror and it literally fell on me.
You okay?
You are lucky I am strong as. He literally smashed into it. It started coming down, and I was like, "Holy shit!" And I just put both my arms up, and I'm talking. It was all the way down here, Pete. Like it was didn't wobble. Like it was like on my body. I use every little force of my 100-pound body to keep that thing up.
Yeah.
Okay, can we go back to the picture of the mirror? Let's go back.
You'll have to watch the whole thing all over again.
Oh my God, how annoying. This is not a mirror hanging on a wall. This is like a floor to ceiling, like very, very, very heavy mirror that literally just came to smash down onto me.
I actually feel really bad about that whole thing because I didn't realize how many times the thing fell and you called me like immediately. Like I'm kind of flattered / shocked
because I didn't think I could hold it up on my own.
Yeah, I mean
I literally weigh 100 pounds, and this thing is like if it's a pound, it's 200 pounds.
Yeah, the thing fell on your head, and you immediately were like, Pete, and I said
I was holding it up like friggin' Shira, like I was like, okay, I have not died, but now I need Pete to like make it so that he can lift this thing up, and then you weren't coming.
You knew I was in the soundproof booth, right?
Honestly, I just was like, I don't know if you can't hear me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I couldn't. Steve didn't pick the thing up. Pete didn't pick the thing up. You picked it up all by yourself.
Yeah, I really did. I did like the biggest squat of my life.
You still sound mildly traumatized.
I am traumatized. If I wasn't like, say my back was to it and it started falling, like it literally would have fallen over my head.
You made that point today. The fact that it's not anchored into the wall, which is a mistake. And if that thing had fallen and it was me there,
Yeah, you wouldn't have known.
I wouldn't have known it was coming.
Yeah.
You'd have Pancake Pete.
No, it was like so. And then you were like, because I finally got it up on myself, like when you came around the corner, you were like, oh, you look fine.
Yeah, well, you appeared to be fine at that moment because I missed all the trauma. I got there too late.
Oh my God, it was very, very scary.
All right, we'll take one call and then we'll do a Check Pete's voicemail, the new feature that everybody's been calling. Hundreds of phone calls over the past 24 hours. 760-517-6844. I think someone just hung up on themselves. So we'll go to the next caller who had no warning because that person just hung up. Hey, who's this? I don't think that person's there either.
Oh,
Oh,
hello?
no. Hey,
Hello.
Hey, who's this?
Sorry, I'm watching this stream. It's volume behind. Sorry.
There's a minor delay, and I didn't give you a chance because the person right in front of you hung up on themselves, so I went to you very abruptly. But if you are ready, tell me who it is.
Hi. I'm Charlie. Wasn't expecting this. Even though I called.
Caught off guard. Charlie, where you from?
Yep.
I'm over here from California.
Nice.
I saw this question in chat and just wanted to ask, have you taken any psychedelics since you've been blind?
I believe.
And
go ahead.
And what has that been like?
That is a question. I think I'm going to end up. I guess we can skip it because I'm doing it live. But that was one of the ones that came through in the Ask Pete's voicemail. I can answer it now. I have not done any psychedelics. I'm not into. My thought process on mind altering drugs were that I'm already down a sense. Like I'm not doing so great physiologically because of losing my eyesight. And I was kind of afraid to put anything else at risk. So I am not much of a substance taker. I know a lot of people like, it would be fun to try and do psychedelics when you're blind, but I feel like I've had enough bad physiological luck. I wouldn't want to take something that would screw me up more.
I personally would not want to take psychedelics if I was blind. That doesn't seem.
Oh, that's funny. I thought the aura that was radiating off of you is. I thought you were going to be like, you should totally try.
No, I was thinking like, why? I don't know. There's no way I could help you also because I don't know what's in your head.
Yes, that's true. Let's see if I can get over to. Okay, so new feature.
Yes.
Just like I've been so slouchy tonight. And it's because
I am too.
Well, this microphone, I got like limp microphone.
Biscuit.
Caught that one.
Limp Bizkit?
Yes, Limp Bizkit microphone. Like you see me reach over, I keep bringing it up to my mouth and it keeps going down. And then I keep trying to match it. So I'm just like sitting here all slouchy. So I have no idea what this intro looks like. It's brand new today.
Now it's time to check Pete's voicemail on the Blind Surfer Show.
I believe there's a dolphin involved.
Yeah, I wanted it to be a platypus for some reason.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you for the follow there. Appreciate that, Cam. That's the music. I don't know if we need the music. I think the music will be distracting. But these are messages that were left. So if you call 760-517-6844 and the show is not live, you'll have the opportunity to leave a message. And here's some of the messages that we got in the off hours of the program.
Hey, blind guy, Pete. It's Nick. And I was wondering, as a blind dude, what's it like doing acid? That'd be a fun question.
That'd be a fun question. So we did. I did say that was one of the ones that we got. Yeah. I don't know. Like, a part of my brain does think.
Also, don't start now.
No,
like, you know.
I mean, at this point, no. Like, I mean, it's not going to make me see. I mean, it might make me, but I get to see psychedelic colors all the time anyway.
Yeah,
because I have floaters.
Yeah.
No, I'm not interested in trying.
Mm-mm.
Next phone call for Check Pete's voicemail.
Can blind people see?
Can blind people see?
That's it.
That's it. Well, you know what's funny about that is there are creators, and you know a couple of them bother me, that call themselves blind, but then keep talking about what they can see. I was very careful to not say blind until I could no longer recognize objects, and I needed a blind guy cane to walk down the street.
You don't need to pick on other people's blindness.
I know, but it's just confusing. I feel like as if you're a popular social media person, you kind of have a responsibility to inform the public. At least that's how I feel.
I know. It's a touchy subject for you, obviously, and
Yeah.
this is the Blind Surfer channel,
Yeah.
and I get it.
Yeah.
But also, like, let's not harp on it.
I know. I just feel like it confuses if you say you're blind and then like, oh, and that over there looks great. And you're like, no. So he asked, did blind people see? And I guess the answer is apparently yes, depending on how you feel like describing yourself. Next one.
When you do your scripts, do you use Braille?
When I use my, I
Do
don't.
you use Braille?
Oh, he asked twice.
He sounds like he's trying to hypnotize you.
I do not use Braille because Braille, as I learned, if you learn it later in life, it is impossible to learn to do it at the speed you need to speak at. So I don't use Braille. I use text to speech. I feel like that. I kind of remember that call. There was calls. Remember we were hanging out in the front room after you almost died, and you're like, why does your phone keep vibrating?
Because I was like, you should maybe check on whether or not I'm okay. Because I literally just did the impossible.
I know. I was
This
holding
mirror
you.
situation. You kind of were like, is it cool if I warm up a dinner?
I had to eat. Just because you almost died didn't mean I wasn't hungry. But people were calling very late. So I think that guy, his like parents were in the next room, and he's like, do you use Braille? I don't want to wake up my parents.
Okay.
If you being famous is your power, what are you without it?
What are you what at?
If you being famous is your power, what are you without it? Now it's kind of you might think it's a dumb question, but it's kind of an interesting question because I don't feel fame when it's not related to your job, I feel like is useless. Like people that get famous or infamous and for no good reason, I don't think it does them any good. So me as a famous YouTuber, it has not helped my voiceover career at all.
Okay, but I was thinking that you have a very unique, like people appreciate you because you have a positive message, and so like that has a lot of value.
Yeah, yes, but what am I without that? I don't. I mean, it doesn't change my life if I don't have YouTube fame or recognition.
I have another. Like, I'm sorry. Apparently, I'm answering for you. But it's also like you are a very creative person, and you don't always get to be super creative in your voiceover career because a little bit of it is like monotonous or whatever.
Yeah.
So like this is like a very intricate hobby that involves a lot of high skill, and Pete, I think, enjoys kind of like the challenge of it, and just the fact that he found like an art kind of outlet.
Yeah, I mean, which is why I made this setup the most complicated setup in live streaming. I can't imagine anybody else has 50% of what I've got going on in this studio right now. But that's part of the challenge that I enjoy. But he's talking about like what is the fame? What am I without fame? Like
You're still you.
I'm still me. I wouldn't consider me as a famous voice actor. I think I'm a voice actor who became internet famous. But you take all the YouTube stuff away, I'm just living the same life. I'm just living it privately. It doesn't change my income, doesn't change where I live, what I do.
Totally.
It just changes
Doesn't
how
change
many
us.
Yeah,
Like,
it just changes how many people witness it.
yeah.
Next one. If this isn't
I thought every single blind person had white eyes. I didn't know they could have like
something. I feel like everybody that called
Is like stoned.
yeah, I feel like
or,
everybody sounded stoned.
Yeah.
But that person didn't sound like he was like 5. I feel like the message is still going on. It's like still making noise.
Yeah, he fell asleep.
Yeah, I think he did. I thought they had
He's like thinking about like the White Walkers.
it's like literally still happening. But that person did not sound like they were like 6. Like I've gotten comments before. They're like, your eyes aren't white. You're not blind. I'm like, what are you, 5? Like that's a very, very specific kind of blindness.
Gosh, should I explain? Like what you're seeing is like people who are blind who are
It just ended. That message just ended. He definitely
straining.
like
So they're like looking up or looking down or looking all the way to the side.
No. The people with white eyes that literally don't have a pupil. You can be born without a pupil, and you can have a white eyeball. Yeah, you can be born without a pupil, but it's an extraordinarily rare form of blindness. I think that
But he just said all blind people.
because I think he watches a lot of cartoons, and the easiest way to signify a blind person in a cartoon is to give them white eyes.
I thought it was glasses and a cane.
All depends. A lot of superhero blind people, such as Toph Beifong, doesn't have a cane. And I think the next one, hold on a second.
How does your eyes look clear if you're blind? Because usually when I see blind people, their their eyes are gray.
So usually, this is the thing that drives me crazy. That one is a kid, so I can forgive that one. But he's like, usually the eyes look gray. Sometimes people have cataracts where a film grows over your eye and then you can't see through it. And then Mr. Beast comes along and pays for cataract surgery
Gosh, I gotta look at the time.
and removes the film. Why you got all grumpy?
I don't know, because this is like, I feel like this is like a negative like segment.
No, it's not. I'm answering questions.
Okay, and it's 7:02.
Okay, hold on. We got two more.
It's Danny and Michael for this one, and we have a joke for you. Michael, go.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Chicken.
Chicken who?
Chicken banana.
That doesn't make any sense.
Did you hear what he said? Yeah, hang up. That was a pre-recorded message.
Did he hang
Yeah,
up?
that was the end.
Chicken and Mainer?
No, you didn't get it either?
No.
Oh, it's your favorite joke.
What was it?
Chicken banana.
Banana. Oh my gosh.
You didn't get it. Danny didn't get it. Michael made a joke and nobody else got it.
It like literally his brother goes, that makes no sense.
Yeah,
It's just
there's
like,
Michael actually made a good joke. There's a whole string of like these viral videos where there's just someone singing a song that goes chicken banana, chicken banana, which is why you got rid of Sam the chicken. I thought chicken and banana would have been perfect.
oh my God.
All right, here's the last one of the Check Pete's voicemail.
Yo, what's up, Pete? This is my second voicemail I'm leaving you because I just thought of another amazing question and wanted to continue off of my last question. But like, when you were younger, did you ever play video games and did you like that? And how is that like, has it been like, I don't know. This is a shitty voicemail I'm leaving you. I take back my second, thing here. Is there a way to like delete this? I don't think there is. I think I just have to send this in. Oh shit! I guess this is a funny voicemail.
Why do I get bleeped and he's not going to get bleeped?
I don't know. I didn't have time to bleep everything today. So there you go.
That was really, really funny.
That's Check
That was
Pete's
the highlight
voicemail.
of my night.
That's there we go. I didn't mean to do that. That is Check Pete's voicemail. So I wasn't trying to be. I was just explaining eyesight diseases, and you're like, you're being negative.
I can't even go down a negative road with
That it was not. That's how a lot of people have a lot of major misconceptions about what blindness is supposed to look like, and it's not just a small amount of people. Like there's a lot, and I thought they were all kids, but apparently they're not. Before you go and meet your friend, do you want to take one more phone call? One more live phone call?
Sure.
All right. It's probably if it's Danny, should we just like hang up on him immediately?
No.
No, you want to talk to? Because you like Michael. Danny's house almost caught on fire last night. Him and his aunt had to put it out.
Oh, really? While I was getting smushed by the mirror?
Yeah, all that was going on at the same time. 760-517-6844. Let's see who we got to talk to. Banana. Who's this?
Hi, this is Kara.
Hey, Kara. I don't think I've ever heard your voice before. Are you a new caller?
I am.
Thank you for calling. What's going on?
So, I wanted to talk to you, and I was very curious to know if you have ever gone, like body surfing. So, it's like, boogie boarding. There we go.
That's really so. I'm from the East Coast, and we call it boogie boarding. And out here, if you say boogie boarding, they get like they take their body surfing very seriously out here.
Very serious.
Like, and if you call it boogie boarding, they're like, it's not boogie boarding. This is a very serious thing.
Well, some people are like more familiar with boogie boarding because I am like more East Coast wise.
Yeah,
but sorry, can I jump
Yeah.
in for 2 seconds? And just say that
Yeah.
I think boogie boarding kind of refers to somebody who's like new to a flotation device in the ocean. It's like, let's just go boogie boarding. And like, it's sort of like I feel like that's like a training tool. And then if you've figured it out, then you
Yeah.
call it bodyboarding.
I mean, I understand
I
that
recently
there are
got
bodyboarding
to try it.
competitions. Sorry, you go. I talk too much. Go ahead.
I recently got to try it and I actually had a really good time. I've done both simulated and I've done like actual boogie boarding when I went out to the Atlantic Ocean.
That's awesome. What state?
So I live in Michigan.
Ooh. All right. So I mean, I wouldn't take anything away from it in terms of an experience. Like I think boogie boarding, bodyboarding is super fun.
Totally.
Like it is, and it's low stress. You're probably not going to get injured like you are when you're surfing. Like I went boogie boarding with my dad when he came out here.
I was thinking that. We have a picture of me, Pete, and his dad boogie boarding, body surfing, whatever you want to call it, like down the street.
I mean, just it's a great time to have it. You just can't. You walk out to the break, and then it comes and gets you, and you ride in, and it's super fun. However, but now that I'm a surfer and I'm in a surf community, and there's usually a lot of surfers in the water, I feel like if I went out and took my boogie board and was surfing in front of them, I'd kind of feel like a dink.
Okay, and me is like maybe it's like a male female thing. I have no problem going out with a boogie board.
Yeah.
I just think it's
I
fun.
almost got run over when I went boogie boarding. There were some other boogie boarders, and they almost slammed into me.
The
So
bumper
it's
cars,
definitely-
bumper
yeah,
boogie
gotta
boards.
watch.
In the ocean, it'll be fine.
Yeah. I mean, there are people out here that'll like boogie board or bodyboard up at the wedge, and that's you can like
super
break your
dangerous,
you can break your neck, you can break your back, like, and there are competitions. These people they
wear flippers. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like but like that's what I'm saying. Like boogie boarding is one thing. and
bodyboarding is
then
another
there's-
thing. I mean, you can go back up the face of the wave, catch some air, come back down. Like, I'm aware anybody that's a bodyboarder that's thinking the blind surfer's crapping on. It's just it's different.
Bodyboarding tends to be the longer one,
The longer.
Oh yeah, more serious board is longer.
like the longer board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's a bit longer.
Now, what about, I don't know if you know this,
So-
but they sell little like planing boards. Like they're literally like 8 inches by 10
I'm
inches.
not good at it.
Okay, you just hold this tiny little planing board in front of you, and it like sets your line in the water.
That also is something that like with swim when you're teaching little kids, babies, like toddlers or whatever, to swim and they're ready to get away from the wall, you give them that like little planing thing and you teach them how to kick.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you for the
Yeah.
call. It's good to hear a new voice
Yeah,
on the
thank you for
show.
calling.
Appreciate it.
Was it Kara?
Yes, it was Kara.
Thank
You
you for
are,
calling,
are you? Oh, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Are you going to bolt, or are you going to wait until you hear the doggy screaming?
She's usually pretty punctual.
Pretty punctual.
I don't know. I can bolt if you want to wrap up on your own.
I can do that. Do you want to try and take one more phone call, and if dogs start barking, you can go running?
Sure.
All right, because I feel that there's I don't even want to tell you how many people are in the queue right now, but it's full. 760-517-6844. Try and get to at least a couple more calls while we're here tonight. Who's this? Clickety, 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 clickety.
Hello?
I don't know if that person's...
Hello?
Oh, there we
Hi.
go. Hey, who's this?
Joni?
Oh, it's Joni. What's going on?
Hey, how's it going?
Well, okay.
Well, you got
I've been trying to
through.
get through forever.
Sorry.
That's okay. You know, you've got your Danny line.
Calling Danny over.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, I was going to tell you a story about my dog who was part Dobie, part Rhodesian Ridgeback.
Oh, that must be a fun dog.
She was a wonderful dog. She was the kindest, sweetest dog. She wouldn't even snap at a fly. And her name was Maggie.
Oh, Maggie dog.
This is
Yeah,
not the
so-
first dog named Maggie. I've met many.
Maggie's
our
a
neighborhood.
very popular dog name.
I know it
because
is.
You know what?
Yeah.
It's okay. Just means I have a cute name.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. People named Maggie are sweet. And so our dog Maggie was also sweet.
Oh.
So my older sister's cats came to live with us. Now, this is back in the days when cats were kind of declawed, and we don't do that anymore.
Right.
But anyway, so Red and Radar, they had been indoor cats their entire lives. They were declawed the whole bit, and they came to live with us. Now, the dog didn't care. She was just like, oh, look, there's more, there's more
fun animals.
animals
Yeah.
here. Yeah, and Maggie had pretty much gone into mourning for 2 weeks when my cat disappeared.
Oh.
So, she absolutely loved cats. Except Red and Radar were kind of mean.
Oh.
They would pick on her.
As cats
So
would be.
what they used-
Yeah.
well, not all cats, but some cats definitely.
Yeah.
Well, one day they were outside and they were laying around a gopher hole, and they would do this all the time, and they would wait for the gopher to come up, and then they would take their paws and whack them as hard as they could.
Whack the gophers?
Yeah, and they would knock the gopher out, and they wouldn't do anything with it. It was, you know, it was like whack-a-mole.
Yeah.
It's a good hobby.
Yeah, the weird little kitties. Anyway, so they went and they took this gopher and put it in the doghouse. Now, the doghouse was made out of that really thick, heavy particle board that they made checkout counters with at the grocery store.
Yeah.
Okay, so the whole thing was made out of it. It was very heavy. The cats put the gopher into the doghouse, and they went and sat in the bushes. And
are they messing with Maggie at this point? Like,
what happened? Did we lose Joni?
don't.
I didn't do that. I didn't do it.
Better be there. Hold on, it's circling, I think.
No, it's not. There's a new. Oh no! I want to know what happened at the end. I didn't do that. I didn't do that one. I want to know what happened at the end. Oh my God! What happened to Joni? Maybe she can come back in the chat and give us tune in next week for part 2.
Yeah.
I want to know what happened to the gopher.
Okay, she's talking about particle board, and I was like, and how it's super strong and everything, and I was like, I think it's like kind of like if you build like a goat house or a chicken coop, like yeah.
Hold on, I was gonna before you leave too.
Okay, well, there's a caller.
I know, but before you leave, because you're gonna leave soon, we have one more.
Now it's time to catch a wave with Pete.
Which more importantly features Bananas. It's gonna fall. Bananas awesome filming. So that one and 1, 2, 3.
You can see, Pete. Would you be taking this one? Yep. Yeah, get up. Yeah, woo! Okay, but that was still great. Because he did it by himself, and he's going to have to bleep me.
That was another one I rode the complete raw. I should have gone left. I went right into the break. But you were proud of me. I did it by myself.
I think the clip came on so fast. I don't know if people can, like, you know how fast I talk and what I'm saying, and you've seen that clip. But but what I was saying was, and what I was what I was saying was, whoa, Pete. Like, I'm watching the wave build behind him, and I'm thinking out loud, whoa, Pete. If you could see, like, would you be taking this? And I was like, oh, you're taking it. You're taking it. Like,
it was big. I was in kind of a weird spot. It was going to be a hard one to land.
You shouldn't have taken it, actually.
Yeah, I should have ducked under that one. Which, I mean, I got to the bottom, and then I think, if memory serves, I think I got blown up at the bottom.
Yeah,
but
you kind of do like a fun little...
just
you like kind of like put your butt backward and
doing the lines are full again. All the lines are full. Did Joni? Can you read? Do you have your glass? Do you have your spectacles?
I can see it either way.
Did Joni come back and tell us what happened at the end?
I have like one live chat.
At Rear 4978 said Joni, true testimony, a small paragraph. I will post it for you in the comment section under Pete's live ends.
There we go.
Good.
Okay.
Right.
Hope you enjoy this true testimony. Folded hands emoji.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. The lines are full. Now the lines are full, and I'm getting messages.
I feel like
Maggie,
Doberman Maggie, was probably like, "Hey guys, we need to see if this gopher is alive." And probably knocked down the particle house.
That's kind of what I was thinking. And then I was thinking about you getting smushed underneath the mirror, and I'm picturing a dog getting smushed in a doghouse. All right, we have. Every line is full. Should I try and shoot through a couple of them really quick until your dogs start barking?
No, because I want to like get up and take a breather, and I'm gonna get up.
All right. Well, I'm gonna
7:15 on the dot.
All right. So your friend is gonna be here. I'm gonna take a couple more because the line's just jacked up right now.
Okay.
760-517-6844. Unfortunately, you just get me because Banana's taken off.
Yeah, but I'm alive.
She's alive. Is this Danny?
You're now tuning in.
Yeah,
Hey,
I just get you, and then I heard Banana. So.
Banana, it's Danny. He really wants to say hi to you.
Oh my goodness.
Danny, there's 9 people in the line behind you, and I want to get to some of them, but say hi to Banana.
Hi, Banana. Can I also tell the joke that we were trying to tell when Michael messed it up and said the one that you actually got on the voicemail?
Okay, I like that joke,
Was it
though.
Chicken Banana?
Well, I'll act as what Michael's role would have been. You'll act as what I would have done.
Okay.
Why'd the chicken come off the road?
Why?
To get to the idiot's house. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
The chicken, you dummy.
Okay.
That was it.
Here's Michael.
I like the chicken
Yeah, I
banana
think
one.
Pete thought it was about the chicken banana, like whatever.
Chicken banana one was good.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna keep
If you don't
picking
know this one, you need to Google it. It's pretty entertaining.
chicken banana. Chicken banana. All right, you're free, but give me my chicken Sam. I'm gonna take a couple more phone calls because I spend every night feeling guilty that I didn't talk to enough people.
Bye, Danny. Thanks for calling back.
And hey, who's this? Hello. I am gonna have to blow you up. Oh no, someone's there. Oh come on, we got to be quicker because the lines are so full. All right, I'm blowing this person up because they're not saying anything.
More that I miss Brooks because the lighting situations, it's all wrong.
Okay, so the lighting situation is not correct. All right, did you feel like you looked decent
I
in
don't
the?
care how we look. It's about you. I'm just saying it was distracting. Cause it was like a lot of shadows.
Okay, well, shadows can be mysterious. Some people like that.
I made it.
Yeah, is this
Is Banana still there?
Banana is walking away at this very moment. She's not giving me my chicken though. Where's my chicken?
Tell her I said hi. It's the Everything Goose.
The Everything Goose says hi, Banana.
Who is it?
The Everything Goose.
Hi, Everything Goose.
Or a thievery thingus, as I like to call him. All right, we have plans and people and what? Oh, the whole microphone just fell over. Can you pick that back? What's going on,
What?
Goose?
Nothing much actually. I just had some really good Salisbury steak. Have you ever had that?
Salisbury steak is some good stuff. I used to enjoy that when I would microwave it in my Hungry Man meals. Those were delicious.
Oh, honestly, okay, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
If you could have one of infinite of any dessert, like every time you open up your fridge, you have one dessert in your fridge, and every time you open it, it appears. What are you picking?
Oh man, that is a good one. I think I like the. It has to be the. I want something with multiple flavors in it. Like a chocolate strawberry wouldn't be enough. You know what I would like because I wouldn't have to eat a lot of it and it would satisfy me. Is I could get the Snickers cheesecake from Cheesecake Factory. I would love to just nibble on that.
Ooh,
Like that's a good one.
that's a really good one.
I was gonna say creme brulee because I like creme brulee, but it's really sweet, and I can't imagine like 6 days in a row I'd be like, all right, that's too much. That is too much. But Snickers,
Never had it.
a creme brulee is good stuff. Yeah, a Snickers from the Cheesecake Factory because it's thick and it's tasty and it's got a bunch of different things going on inside of it. That would be my answer.
Understandable. Me personally, have you ever heard of the candy Kinder Bueno?
No, I've had a Kinder. Someone sent me a Kinder Joy egg. Is that the same thing?
No.
Okay, so
okay, so it's by the same company.
Yeah.
It's by the same company. The Kinder Bueno is like a chocolate bar version of that you're able to snap like a Kit Kat bar.
Yeah.
But it's down like it's split into different sections. Oh my god, they're to die for. It's a German chocolate, and those are always
my dad's a big fan of German chocolate cake. All right, Everything Goose. I'm gonna try and clear out a couple more calls. Thank you. Oh, and our guests are here, so I'm gonna try and do at least one or two more if we can go quickly. 760-517-6844. All these things eventually have to come to an end. Unfortunately, I am sorry, but I'll try and get a couple more calls in. Who we got on the line right now?
Hey, my name's Brad.
Brad, what's going on? What you got for me?
Not a whole lot. I was just curious. I recently lost my vision about 8 years ago, and I do a lot of like whitewater kayaking and skiing, and I was just wondering, aside from surfing, what do you do?
I've done both of those, not recently. The last time I did whitewater rafting and skiing, I was on the East Coast. I've done rock climbing. I've gone to the gun range. I shoot. Literally everything I've done, I think I've posted on the video. I've done wake surfing, skimboarding, wakeboarding, obviously surfing, skateboarding, street skating, ramp skating. What else have I done? I was playing some soccer. Actually, a Louisville, Kentucky D1 soccer player just showed up at my house, and I did an episode with her where I was trying to do a header into the goal, which is relatively difficult to do when you can't see it anymore. But I feel like I've tried most sports at this point.
Very cool.
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, I'm glad to hear that you keep going because, life can go one of two ways when you lose your eyesight. You can shut it down and just, sink into that hole, or you can keep trying to find ways to do things and entertain yourself and keep moving forward. And it sounds like that's the route that you've chosen.
Well, yeah, I tell people I've lost my eyesight. I'm not dead,
There you
so
go.
I'm going to keep on keeping on.
Exactly. Thank you for the phone call. I forgot. I actually have I still have a movie trailer audition that I got to get to, and our friends are here, and everything worked tonight. I think I know I appreciate everybody who did the who called up live and who called in the off hours. Don't forget, between now and next Tuesday, you can call 760-517-6844. If you didn't get on tonight and you have a message for me, you can leave the message there. Just give me 5 minutes after the show finishes. I'll set up the voicemail for it. Next Tuesday, it'll be just me again. Then Wednesday next week, it'll be the triumphant return of Brooks, who's finishing up his master's degree. It'll be me, Brooks, and Banana next Wednesday. Thanks to everybody who chatted. Thanks to everybody who super chatted. Thanks to the one or two people that watched on Twitch. And all the callers. I'm sorry I never get to everybody. I'm bad. I can't get to everybody, and I feel horrible about it. But we're going to go enjoy the rest of our Wednesday evening. I hope you guys enjoy yours. Like I said, give me a couple minutes. I'll set up that voicemail for you all. And until next time, thank you for watching.